Catholic leaders in Venezuela have criticized the president's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. And now President Nicolas Maduro says churches should be loaned to Venezuela's health services as the number of new COVID-19 cases increases. Churches remain closed for Mass in Venezuela, but Catholics still show up outside to pray. Returning to school in the fall is no doubt going to look different. Coronavirus concerns are changing the education landscape, and Catholic schools across the country are grappling with how to reopen safely. Correspondent Mark Irons reports. Mark?
Tracy, Catholic schools are mapping their plans to return amid various state directives. For example, in Florida, the governor ordered schools to fully reopen this fall semester. He was actually sued by a teachers union over that. But in California, there's another kind of frustration with that state's governor who is mandating virtual learning throughout the state.
I have two young boys.
In addition to being a father concerned about his children's education, Paul Escala oversees the largest Catholic school system in the U.S. He's the school superintendent for the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. Superintendent Escala is disappointed California's governor is requiring distance learning for schools.
We opened bars, we opened nightclubs, we opened nail salons, we opened hair salons, but we didn't open schools. And now we closed those businesses down again, and kids are still at home. So when will kids get their chance?
Superintendent Escala says student safety is key, but he believes it can still be achieved with in-person education. According to the Centers for Disease Control, behind California, Florida has the highest number of coronavirus cases.
We're monitoring the situation daily.
The Catholic Diocese of Pensacola-Tallahassee announced it will reopen schools 2 weeks later than planned. With safety measures in place, the diocese feels students greatly benefit from in-person learning socially, cognitively, and spiritually.
We feel that their spiritual growth is vital to them. You know, educating the whole child, and spiritually is a big part of that.
Meanwhile, just outside the nation's capital, the Diocese of Arlington, Virginia is moving ahead with plans to reopen school doors. Virtual options have been created as well.
But we just did a meeting the other day with all the principals. The bishop was there. Safety for the students and for the teachers is the number one thing.
Dr. Joe Vorbach, the superintendent of Catholic schools, says interest in Catholic education has increased.
I have to assume that families are interested in options that would allow their children to return to school.
In Fairfax County, a county within the Diocese of Arlington, says its public schools will begin the school year with all virtual learning. And Tracy, an update from Vermont. The CDC says that state has the lowest number of coronavirus cases. The Diocese of Burlington there plans for in-person learning this coming school year. Tracy.
Okay, thank you so much, Mark. Correspondent Mark Irons reporting for us tonight.